week 12 of the fantasy football season. And here's a few tight ends I have as sleepers this week. The first guy, Logan Thomas of the Washington Commanders. So Logan Thomas, we haven't seen much out of him this season. I know the last couple seasons he's been a nice target and a red zone threat for this Commander team, and now he's been healthy since week 10 returning. Week 10 at Philadelphia, 2 catches, 12 yards, 4 targets. And then week 11, a good game for him, 6 targets, 5 catches, 65 yards. So right here, week 12, Commanders back at home after the 2 ball games on the road. And they versus the Atlanta Falcons that give up the 8th most fantasy points to tight ends on the season. So right here, Logan Thomas, he could go out there, I think, and have a good ball game once again. Taylor Heinicke, he's had some trust with his guys here, unlike Carson Wentz, where he was all over the place. But Terry McLaurin's been playing better. Curtis Samuel, he's been about the same with Taylor Heinicke. But Logan Thomas definitely getting more looks, and he's been more healthier as well over the last couple weeks. So he's a tight end that is a sleeper this week. Available as well in 89% of leagues. The next guy's Cade Otton of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So over the last few weeks, he's been mentioned more in my videos as Otton, and right now available in 91% of fantasy leagues. I know Cameron Brate's been back since the Germany game in week 10 and practicing once again this week here. But Cade Otton, he's a big kid. He was an early round, second or third round pick for this Tampa Bay Buc team. And he's a guy even with a game-winning touchdown a few weeks ago versus the Los Angeles Rams in week 9. So the last few ball games here for Otton. Week 8 versus the Ravens, 2 catches, 15 yards on 5 targets. Week 9 versus the Rams, 5 catches, 68 yards, a touchdown on 6 targets. And week 10 versus Seattle, only 3 targets, caught them all for 35 yards. So right now, I know on paper this week not a great matchup at the Browns. I give up the 3rd least amount of fantasy points to tight ends on the season. But like I mentioned, tight end has been a weak position this season here. He's still playing with Tom Brady. And after the bye week, a lot of rookies, they start to get going and get implemented more into the game plan. And that definitely could be the case this week here with Cade Otton. So I got him as a sleeper this week, in the 3rd and final tight end I have as a sleeper is Will Dissly of the Seattle Seahawks. Dissly, I've mentioned a decent amount this season here on the channel, and he got off to a good start in the first 3-4 games of the year. Now he's fizzled out the last few weeks. Week 8 versus the Giants, 2 catches, 12 yards. Week 9 at Arizona, 3 catches, 24 yards. And week 10 at the Bucs in Germany, 2 catches, 28 yards. But this week here, good matchup on paper. Seattle back home in front of the 12th man for the first time going back to week 8 here. So Seattle, they've been on the road for the last few weeks here with the bye included. But anyway, the Raiders give up the 5th most fantasy points to tight ends on the season. They don't really stop anyone. And it wouldn't be surprising to me if Dissly has 25, 30 yards in this one with a touchdown. And he's available in 94% of fantasy leagues. That's a few tight ends I have as sleepers here for week 12 of the fantasy football season.